Welcome back once again to another Ekko matchup breakdown video. I think many Ekko players out there are struggling in this one. Maybe you're also banning Vex because she's not fun to play against. She counters dashes, has insane burst, and her fear makes engaging feel like a nightmare. But if you play this matchup smart, you can completely avoid her CC and punish her weaknesses. So today, I'm breaking down Ekko vs Vex matchup, and I will show you exactly how to beat her as Ekko in laning phase. For reference, the gameplay footage is from Platinum Elo. Vex is an anti-dash control mage with strong poke, CC and burst damage. Her goal in this lane is to keep you at a distance, punish every attempt you make to engage, and eventually one-shot you post 6. Before we get into any more details, let's first discuss her passive together, the only threat she has for Ekko players. Her passive name is Doom and Gloom. So what is Doom and what is Gloom, you might ask? Let's start with Doom first. Doom is basically this orange bar Vex has below her mana bar. It takes 22 seconds for this bar to get charged, and when it does, it turns red. Yeah, a red bar. Then what? If her Doom bar is charged, Vex's next ability will fear you and cancel your dash or blink. But it's 22 seconds cooldown, it's not that bad, no? Well, there's more. The second part of her passive is called Gloom. If you dash or blink near Vex, you will be marked with Gloom for 6 seconds. There is another way to mark enemies, which is her E. Any enemies hit by her E, including minions, will be also marked with Gloom. So what does this mark do? Well, if Vex attacks you when you are marked, she will deal bonus damage to you and reduce Doom's cooldown by 25%. So that's nearly 5 seconds. Yes, you heard me right. That orange bar can be charged faster by this passive. Vex can detonate the mark in 3 ways. She can either use basic attacks, detonate the mark with Q, or use W. E can only mark enemies and can't detonate the mark. Now let's get straight to Vex's plan by levels. At level 1, she starts Q for poke and wave control. She wants to keep you away from the wave and poke you when you walk up for CS. The ability moves faster after a short delay, so she can time it to catch your movement. Remember, if she hits you with this while having Doom up, she will fear you. There's another good option at level 1, which is her E. Basically a long range slow plus Gloom application, aka Gloom mark. When Doom is up, E is a scary AoE fear, and since it's a hard ability to dodge, Vex players would be starting it most of the times. At level 2, Vex would have access to both her E and Q. Because they have a good synergy together. Vex will look to fear you with E and hit a free Q on you for significant damage. At level 3, she takes W, which gives her a shield and AoE fear if she has Doom up. This makes early trades risky because she can absorb your damage while fearing you in place. She can basically trade with you using her EQ combo and gets out with her W, not letting you trade back. At this point, she will start fishing for poke and looking to set up her level 6 skill window. From level 4 to 5, she continues poking and playing for wave control. Some Vex players will start slow pushing to crash a wave into your tower so they can recall and get a good item buy. At level 6, she unlocks R, giving her insane kill pressure. If she lands it, she can dash in, fear you with W, and full combo you. If she ever lands R when you're below 50% HP with no R, you're probably dead. Now let's move on to Ekko's game plan. Your goal in this matchup is to play around her cooldowns, avoid her fears, and abuse her immobility. Here's how to do it level by level. At level 1, start Q for safe CSing. Don't trade too aggressively early since Vex's Q and autos will outtrade you. Use Q to last hit and poke when she walks up. Vex matchup is about spacing and mind games. Walk up to her range, bait her Q, and try to get a trade after you dodge it. The same thing applies to her other abilities. Don't make the mistake of playing way too safe and putting yourself way too far, because that's how you'll end up losing this matchup once she outfarm you. For those who want to be a bit aggressive at level 1, you can start E, but remember, a good Vex can punish you for it, since she can hold her fear and wait the right moment when you engage on her to completely shut down your engage and deal significant damage to you because of the dash. So I think Q is the best start here. At level 2, take E. This is where you can start engaging when her doom is down. The ideal wave you want to keep for this matchup is closer to your tower, but maybe you're wondering why. Well, because this way you're safe near your tower, but also you're forcing her to step up way too far from her tower, unless she wants to give up on XP from minions. There is a long list worth of advantages keeping the wave in this position. For example, while you're farming using your basic attacks, Vex needs to burn her abilities to farm. Keep an eye on her ability usage and her doom bar. If she doesn't have doom up and used one of her abilities, that's more than enough to engage on her, proccing your passive and getting out from the trade. The strat is very simple. Keep on doing this as many times as you need until she's low and you're either able to kill her or force her to leave lane. Either way, look to push the wave and repeat the same strat. Let the wave push into you and play the wave control game better than her. At level 3 unlocks W. If Vex oversteps or uses E carelessly, you can throw W behind her to zone her out. Only commit to an all-in if she wastes her fear. At level 6, your ult Chrono Break gives you a way to escape bad fights. If Vex hits R and dashes in, don't ult too early, kite her out, let her burn her damage, then R to heal up and re-engage if possible. A few extra things to keep in mind to maximize your advantage in this matchup. If she has her bloom bar half charged and has all her abilities up, she can fear you with the following combo. When you dash on her, she can detonate the mark using a basic attack. Then use EQ to create and detonate another mark insanely fast. Those two marks will charge her doom, meaning that she can fear you with her last ability, which is in this case her W. Vex hates roaming, she's much worse than you at side laning, so push and roam when you can. Itemization wise, Mercury's threads if she's ahead, even a null magic mantle can help you survive her burst early. Her CC makes ganks easy, so be aware of enemy jungle timers. If she suddenly plays aggressive, their jungler is probably nearby. Now let me show you some of the stuff we discussed in practice. For the gameplay, I'm against Grasp Vex, which is a weird setup since Electrocute would be better against Ekko, but let's see how it goes. I wasn't very scared of the Vex damage because she had no Electrocute. But yeah, I didn't space properly and I got hit by her E. Since I want the wave to be close to my tower, it's obvious that I want Vex to push slightly into me. I can achieve that by trimming the wave a little with my Q. I can get close to the wave, but I'm always aware of her range. I tried to sidestep her E, but that didn't work, and now we're both level 2 while her E is down. So I Q her first, then look to E to proc my passive. That would have been a winning trade if I didn't get hit by E twice earlier. This is a bit ugly from Vex overcommitting in my tower range, so I chased her down, burning her flash. Eventually Vex felt safe and went back in, and that's where I flashed and got first blood. Not the best first levels, I'll say. I disrespected this Vex a lot, but we're locked in now and we will get back to lane to space and play a bit better. Boots are a crucial buy, I'll say, to dodge her abilities, and I also bought Dark Seal. I kept the wave slow pushing to me and making her lose too many minions. Now we're level 6, so now I should be able to outplay her. I tried to bait her fear, walking in her range back and forth, but she was keeping up with my mind games, not using it until I engaged. Then I decided to EW on her, hiding my W animation. She fell for the trick. Then I kept autoing as much as I could because I'm looking to burst her with R next. I ended up securing the kill and outplaying the Vex, but I'm not really that happy with that since I didn't play the matchup as good as I could. I know that Vex is a frustrating matchup if you play into her strengths, but once you understand how to bait out her cooldowns and punish her mobility issues, it becomes way easier. If this matchup breakdown helped you, drop a like and subscribe for more Ekko matchups. Let me know in the comments which champion you want to see next. Always thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.